Professional athletes accomplish some of the most amazing feats on the field of play, but to do that, they have to risk suffering complex injuries. One of the most common injuries to pro football players is the hamstring. Similar to the injury Carolina Panthers running back Christian McCaffrey is currently recovering from. The average healing time is about 13 days, but that can often be complicated by the intricate nature of what a pro athlete does.
If you're adding additional things, regenerative medicine or different types of specialized rehab equipment, it can be much more rapid than that.
Doctors at Dynamic Health Carolinas in Charlotte, North Carolina, are familiar with treating such injuries, as well as how the damage can affect an athlete's precision.
Especially with a sport like football, you're always dealing with injuries. You're playing with injuries constantly, so the chance of there already being a previous injury there is very, very high. Not necessarily so high that the player is unable to play, but high enough that would predispose you to other injuries in the near future. The hamstring injury can be a tear, or it could be a strain or a sprain as well. Precision is going to be limited.
The staff at Dynamic Health Carolinas serves a range of patients, including athletes, and spoke exclusively to ADSN about the issue, but did not speak specifically about Christian McCaffrey.
They need to be on the field to do their job. So a lot of times I believe they're just getting back into the game before the injury has completely healed. On the other hand, they're dealing with a lot more complexities as well. It's really fun to work with these athletes because they're so in tune with their body, and that allows us to treat the corresponding area appropriately and get a much quicker response.
Hamstring damage is tough to navigate due to the complexity of the muscle itself, which often elicits innovative approaches in the recovery phase.
So you think about what all goes into making the hamstring work. You have your knee, you don't think about it, but your ankle gets involved with the hamstring as well, and your hip and your low back. So the MRS, it focuses on strengthening and rebuilding those neural pathways in order for those muscle groups to fire more appropriately.
I would speculate with an athlete like Christian McCaffrey, he's dealing with multiple injuries on a day-to-day basis. So you can't look at just the major injury that he's dealing with right now, which is potentially the hamstring, but you also have to look at all the other imbalances that potentially led to that injury in the first place.
Another thing that we use is the unweighted treadmill. So it uses two different things. So you're working on gait retraining, and then you're also tractioning weight off of the person as well. And for someone that's like an athlete that is always working at this optimal level, doing something like that, not only retraining the way that you're walking, you're also getting that spine to pump in a better, more functional way.
This week, the team made the decision to keep McCaffrey out of the lineup again, which is probably the best decision to prevent re-injury and risk losing him for a much longer stint.
An athlete at this level prevents re-injury by nutrition, rest and recovery, looking outside the box. Absolutely, the players can return to 100%. It's based off of the severity of the injury and if the proper time and proper techniques were utilized to get back to that 100%.